What is the Family Support Service?
Okay, the Family Support Service was set up 3 years ago to support families throughout Northern Ireland who are living with an adult significant cancer. So it might be a parent, a grandparent, an auntie, an uncle, or even maybe a neighbour or a friend who's just somebody who's important to that child. Because in the past, I think it was thought that children didn't know, they didn't understand. If you think about it, children hear through walls and floors, and suddenly life's changed. And the Family Support Service helps children and families untangle that. We help children understand what cancer is in the most pure sense, that it's bad cells, and there's good cells and bad cells within our body. And we have lots of groups. So we have the CLIMB programme, which supports children 5 to 12 in one group, and then we've got a teen group as well. And that's looking at cancer through arts and drama and play and creativity. And one of the things I do as well is when somebody's terminally ill and they've had a life-threatening illness, or maybe even if not, they just feel that they want to do stuff for the children, then I help them write books, and it's called Writing for the Future. And I sit with my laptop and they talk and I type, and we create books and memory work for the children or the family that's left behind. We have a family bereavement night, and they're run regionally, and that supports the whole family unit when somebody's died from cancer. We take 16 children on residential once a year, and they're all bereaved children. So the 16 children are children who wouldn't get a break, who maybe have really lacked in fun for the past few years, and I take them over to Cornwall to a company over there, and we surf and we swim and we have a lot of fun. And what we do is we reboost the children's confidence, because often I find that when a child has lost a parent, the confidence really plummets. It's very hard because their world has been rocked so badly.
Who can benefit from the Family Support Service?
Anybody can benefit. It doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter what your family situation is. I get calls and referrals from everybody, so you can self-refer, so a family could just ring me up, or an HR team could ring me up, or a social worker could ring me up and tell me about a family that needs a wee bit of support, and then I would go out and support that family. So I support families where there's a child aged 0 to 22. Because the thing is as well, if you're a young person who's got a parent or significant adult with cancer, say if you're in your teens, it's very hard to ask those questions. It's very hard to say, are you going to die? You're not going to want to say that to your mum or your dad, but they might really need to ask that question and what's going to happen. So I can help them untangle those questions. And I do it through the groups, I do it through email, I do it through text. And once I've met the family, they're with me until they don't need me anymore. There's like no cut-off, and I didn't want it to be that I was saying, well, I'll be here for 6 weeks and then it's done. I'm here until you go and actually can do this on my own now.
What does Northern Bank's support for the Family Support Service mean?
Oh, it's amazing to have the Northern Bank support. I've been running this project on my own for 3 years, and there's something like 500 children we've supported, and it's rising every day. We'd be able to get another member of staff. It means that more groups can run, which means there's more support for the desperate needed families that are out there. 80% of the children that I see throughout Northern Ireland think it's their fault. So I get little kids coming to see me and they think that mummy or daddy has got sick because they've done something wrong. They think it's because they've been bold or they've been cheeky, and then suddenly daddy's got sick. So one of the things we do is help them untangle that and say, absolutely, it's not your fault. Cancer is nobody's fault. And one of the wonderful things about the Family Support Service, and one of the things that's great about the Northern Bank's help, is we can carry on, and this is a free service. So this is a free service that is available to any family throughout Northern Ireland. Doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter what your family dynamic is or setup is, we can support you wherever you are throughout Northern Ireland. So by getting the Northern Bank support, we can help more children, we can answer more questions, and we can help children carrying on being children rather than being young carers or having enormous anxieties that they shouldn't need to have.